minutes. If you want to have a guess, you can call, you can WhatsApp, or you can text.
Text 81333. Start your message with the word Stoke. Texts are charged at your standard message rate. See our privacy notice at bbc.co.uk/local radio privacy.
7:37 of a Monday morning, Lee Blakeman at breakfast. Hi there, it's time for this.
Sparks fly when we kiss. You're gonna remember this when I walk up.
Monday motivation is what we do this time every week, mainly because it's a Monday. Monday motivation on a Wednesday just doesn't work.
You thought you knew it all. Well, good.
We get my mate Lisa T on, who's singing here, country music singer, also mental health expert, does so much to help so many people. So what we always do at the start of every week is get her on to give us a motivational tip for the weeks or the days ahead. Because let's face it, it's cold outside, it's still dark at this time, and quite often on a Monday we're all feeling a bit meh, like, oh, I can't be bothered to go to work.
But I never been one.
So we got Lisa on to fire us up. Morning, Lisa.
Morning, Lee. How are you today?
I'm very good. The things I do for this show, right? So you got me to have a freezing cold shower, which I'm still doing, by the way. I've had 2 since we last spoke. Still doing the trick.
Amazing.
10 out of 10. And then I'm eating oatcake lasagna. It's all going on. It's changing my life, this show, Lisa. Honestly, it really is. Ever had oatcake lasagna?
I can't say I have. So what's that like?
It's lasagna made with an oatcake. Honestly, it might sound wrong. That's what I said 7 days ago. You need to make it your kind of task to try it in the next few weeks. It is amazing. It's revolutionary. Seriously.
Right.
You'll love it.
Okay.
There you go. That's your job
sounds
for the
fun.
next few weeks. Your job in the meantime, though, is to fire us up for the next few days. What you got?
Okay, yes. So today's tip is a really good one for when we want to get out of our heads and into the present moment. A lot of the time when we're out for a walk or we're doing something enjoyable, our mind can be elsewhere and we can actually be missing out on what we're doing. So this is called the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. And it's actually really widely used for people who suffer with anxiety or panic attacks to divert the attention away from the thoughts that are going on in the head and into the present moment by using our senses. So, for example, if you're out for a walk and you realise that you're thinking about what you're going to make for your tea or an email that you need to send when you get home, and you think, oh, I want to be present and enjoy this walk, you can do the 5-4-3-2-1, which would be, you would find 5 things that you can see around you. So you might focus on some trees, other people, for example. Then you would look at 4 things you can feel. So you'd think about, what can I feel right now? And a really good one is your footsteps on the floor when you're walking. Maybe the wind on your face, your hands in your pockets. Then you would bring your attention to 3 things that you can hear, maybe some birds, some leaves rustling, people talking. And then this is where it gets a bit trickier because the last 2 senses are sometimes harder. So then you see if you can notice 2 things that you can smell and see if you can notice 1 thing that you can taste. Sometimes for me it's, maybe a drink you've just had or maybe your toothpaste or something like that, or if you're eating chewing gum or something. But if you can't think of the last 2, the taste and the smell, don't worry, you'll still be grounding yourself in the present moment by just activating your senses to notice what's actually going on rather than being in your own head. Okay. So this is a really good one to try, not just when you're out for a walk, but that's when I use it a lot of the time. So that's why I always use that as an example, but it can be used anywhere.
So to help you focus on the here and now, let's say I'm sitting here and I'm distracted. I don't know. Let's say I've got my driving test later on, for example, but I want to focus on the here and now and enjoy this show. 5-4-3-2-1. So think about what I can see. I can see Jack, who's producing the show. That's very off-putting. I might look somewhere else, actually. Think about what I can feel. I can feel at the moment the microphone phone right in front of me. And then think about what you can hear, my own voice. That's never a bad thing, is it? Let's be honest with you. And then what can I smell and taste? I can smell and taste the same thing. I had a really strong cup of coffee just before 7, and that kind of brings me into the mood of this studio. That's kind of my setup, which I love. on a daily basis when doing this show. I like that. I like it a lot. Admittedly, I prefer your scenario when you're walking through the woods or something like that. That's a great idea. Absolutely brilliant idea. I'm going to put that into use on a regular basis, maybe when I'm on a bike ride later on. Lisa, thanks ever so much for coming on.
Thanks, Lee. Take care. Speak to you soon.
Star as ever. Lisa T with Monday Motivation, and this is Matt Lee with Guitar Zeros.